Congratulations, first of all, on taking the first step towards home ownership. Always great to do some research and get some extra information. Today I'm going to talk to you about down payment assistance programs. There are a few things that you can do that are outside of down payment assistance programs. For instance, if you're a qualified veteran, you can buy a home with zero down. Also in rural areas, there's USDA funding. That's also zero down. So there are some programs. There's regular FHA, that's 3.5% down, or regular conventional, which is as little as 3% down. Now, today we're going to focus a little more on down payment assistance programs. We're very fortunate in Colorado to have some of the most aggressive down payment assistance programs in the country. Specifically, I'm going to talk to you about CHFA, which is Colorado Housing and Finance Authority, and metroDPA, which is City and County of Denver. City and County of Denver encompasses more than just the City and County of Denver. It's kind of the whole metro area. So those are the two we're going to go over for the most part in this short video. One of the questions I get asked probably most of all is, hey, is this for real? Can I really buy a house, or do I need 20% down? It's absolutely for real. Last year, just in 2019, over 15,000 families were helped. Individuals and families were able to purchase homes with the assistance of with down payment programs. So they definitely are there. We do them every day. We see happy families get their houses each and every month. So certainly it's great to do your research and see if this is right for you. One of these programs is right for you. First of all, let's talk about CHFA. So Colorado Housing and Finance Authority. It's a statewide program, so it's everywhere in the state of Colorado. So pretty much there's no restrictions on that. There are restrictions on income. So the base income is about $120,100. That's qualifying income, so that's whoever is ever on the loan. Doesn't mean that if there's two of you that make over that you can't still qualify for that program. CHFA has two different programs. They have a grant program and they have a silent second. The grant program is 3% of the loan amount. You need a little bit more cash to close on that. Usually that's, we can go over that a little bit, but your cash to close on the grant is usually about $3,500 plus 2% of your purchase price. So on a $300,000 purchase, you'd be looking at about $9,500. So the grant gets a little more expensive and the interest rate's a little bit higher. So certainly if that's of interest to you, you can ask us questions and we can kind of go over that with you. We see more people tend to go towards the silent second option. The silent second option, the reason they call it a silent second is because CHFA doesn't charge any interest and you don't have to make any payments on that second mortgage, on that DPA mortgage. It does just kind of sit there. That's why they call it silent. You wouldn't know it was there. When you go to sell your property, you do have to pay that back. If you go to refinance with somebody outside of CHFA down the road, you'd have to pay it back as well. However, it does allow you to get into a property for far less. CHFA's requirement is $1,000. So you have to have $1,000 as a home buyer into the transaction to qualify for the CHFA loan. What that means is, if you're buying a $300,000 house on the silent second, you need about $3,500 plus 1%. So you'd have to have about $6,500. Now, the seller, if you get seller credits and they can credit you up to $5,500, then you'd only have to bring in the $1,000. If they credit you, $3,000, then you'd have to have $3,500. So certainly some options out there. You don't have to come up with a huge chunk of money to be able to purchase a house. They have conventional programs and they have FHA programs. For the most part, those are the ones we see the most of. They don't allow co-signers. And the minimum FICO score for that program is a 620. Debt to income ratio kind of depends on your FICO score. It goes up a little bit at 660. It's 50% if you're under 660. It's 55% if you're above that. And I can certainly answer more questions. That gets a little complicated and I don't want to dive into everything here on this first video. So that's kind of CHFA. CHFA, the advantages statewide. It's a little more flexible on underwriting. Just a really good program to get you into a property without a ton of cash. Now, metroDPA, a little more specialized. It's more in the metro area. It's not just City and County of Denver. You can do Arapahoe County, Jefferson County, portions of Douglas County. So it does qualify for more. There's a whole list of areas that we can get you. But the nice thing with metroDPA is that it still comes with a silent second. They don't have a grant option. It comes with a silent second, but that silent second forgives over the first 36 months. So every month after you close, 1/36 of that silent second goes away until at 3 years you don't owe it anymore. So that's the big advantage to metroDPA. The not so great advantages, they're just a little more, or thing with metroDPA is they're a little more conservative on credit scores. You have to have a 640. The grant amounts are for even a 5% grant, so you can get away with a little bit less cash with metroDPA in some cases, but they're a little stricter on DTI. And you are restricted to, to this area. So if you're buying out in Fort Morgan, or in La Junta, that's not going to be a program that's available to you. But CHFA is a great program. They're both really good programs. We're very fortunate to have them in the state of Colorado. The other thing I'll mention about metroDPA is that they do allow cosigners, and their income limit's a little higher. So the income limit's $139,200. So again, that's qualifying income. When I say cosigner, that just means that if you have, as a young person, you don't make quite enough to purchase the home on your own, but mom and dad would co-sign, or your uncle would co-sign, or grandma and grandpa, they could co-sign and help you qualify for that. The good thing with that is that they don't have to live in the property, and their income doesn't count towards that income limit. So you can have a co-signer. That's a great thing about metroDPA. Again, CHFA doesn't allow that. It's only 1 unit properties on all of these, but that is that's kind of the gist of those two programs. There's certainly other things out there that that we can look at, but if you need any more information, certainly contact us. My office line's 303-740-8300. You can always apply online at nickbarta.com. Or you can also go to lowdowncolorado.com. You can apply at either one of those. It's a short application, takes about 5 minutes. It takes us about 10 minutes to see what you can qualify for. We do a credit poll, and then we'll get back to you and let you know what we find out. If you have any questions in the meantime, certainly don't forget to give us a call. 303-740-8300. Again, it's Nick Barta with Security First Financial. Have a great day.